Welcome back to Home Gym Hacks and Reviews. Today I'll share my pros and cons when buying used commercial grade fitness equipment for a home gym. Stay tuned. Over the last 15 years, I have purchased a lot of home gym equipment. I would classify every piece as residential grade and some as light commercial grade, which would hold up in a private training facility. However, I recently purchased 2 used commercial grade pieces of strength training equipment for my home gym. And both are fantastic, but both were pretty expensive, which brings me to my first con, price. Unless you are The Rock, I don't think buying new commercial grade equipment is feasible for most people. If you can find used commercial grade equipment on Craigslist, Marketplace, or at an auction, I think you'll find your best deal. Unfortunately, where I live, used commercial grade equipment doesn't pop up for sale very often. I found my 2 pieces of used commercial grade equipment at Fitness Equipment Empire. While there are a couple of decent online sites that sell used commercial grade gym equipment like the Fitness Superstore, from what I have seen, Fitness Equipment Empire has the best inventory and they have a lot of rare and hard to find machines. Shipping does cost extra, but in the end, I would rather pay a few $100s for shipping than rent a truck with a liftgate or ask to borrow a trailer and potentially travel hundreds of miles away to make the purchase. Use your turn signal! I want to mention that I have no affiliation with Fitness Equipment Empire. I am simply sharing my experience, and I'll tell you the company does a great job of shipping orders in a timely fashion. I received both pieces in 13 business days, and each piece arrived free from shipping damage. The driver was kind enough to put the Adductor machine in the garage, and the pullover was placed at the threshold of the garage. For my 2 recent purchases, the Nautilus pullover cost me $3,450 plus $365 in shipping, and the Cybex Adductor machine cost me $3,254 plus $465 in shipping. Even though the higher price tag is a con, in the long run I am paying for quality, so the con is actually a pro once I get over the initial sticker shock. The next con in buying from a place like Fitness Equipment Empire is buying a piece of equipment sight unseen. Even though Fitness Equipment Empire has plenty of pictures for all of their machines, and while I'm very happy with the Nautilus pullover, I would be even happier if Fitness Equipment Empire replaced one of the Kevlar belts and put a new seatbelt on the machine. As for the Cybex Adductor machine, it is in perfect working order without any real signs of wear, and I do think it's important to note that at Fitness Equipment Empire, all sales are final, which is not the case if you order from a place like PowerTech or Ironmaster. Also, the used market's not for everyone. Some people want to purchase equipment brand new. They want to be the only owners. They want to know that no one sweat or bled on it. They don't want any scratches or scrapes anywhere in the frame. Basically, they want that new car smell, but let's face it, it is gym equipment and it's meant to be used. The next con is that it's more difficult to repair commercial grade equipment. I have assembled and I know how to work on all of my home gym equipment. However, some of these commercial grade pieces do look a little more intimidating to repair. I don't have the assembly manual for either of these pieces unless I can find it online, and if something breaks on one of these 2 pieces, it's not quite as easy as calling PowerTech and saying, hey, I need a replacement part. However, my friend Jack McCollins on Instagram told me about a site where I can buy replacement parts for these pieces. The website is called Full Circle Padding, where I have already placed an order for a replacement Kevlar belt and a new seat belt buckle for my pullover. Both replacement parts shipped within a couple of days, and the website has a lot of parts and pieces for really rare and hard to find machines. The next con is size and weight. For all of my home gym purchases, everything came neatly packed in boxes, and if I wanted to move the machine upstairs into my bonus room, for example, it wouldn't be a problem just moving it up box by box or piece by piece. However, these commercial grade pieces ship fully assembled, and most have a weight stack making them extremely heavy. Aside from my wife, I am a one-man show. I move everything and I don't like to ask anyone for help. As you can see, my 2 commercial pieces are just barely in the garage, and there's no moving these inside unless they were to be disassembled, and also I wouldn't put a machine like this on my hardwood floors like I did with the IM2000 and some of my other plate-loaded equipment. Even though these commercial grade pieces will likely have a higher resale value, it may be harder to find a buyer just because they're simply bigger and weigh a lot more, so it's not like someone can come over and just throw it in the back of their car. Moving on to the pros of owning commercial gym equipment, and there are a lot. First and foremost is durability. Commercial gym equipment uses higher end components which are less likely to break, and they won't wear as quickly as some residential grade equipment. Also, commercial pieces have more bells and whistles. I have seen some residential grade pullovers, for example, that don't have the foot lever or even the seat belt, both of which are pretty important for ease of use and effectiveness. Also, these 2 pieces have the micro plates and the turn dial for adding weight in small increments. The seat adjustment on the pullover is hydraulic. The settings are numbered, which amazingly, a lot of residential pieces don't number the settings. And let's not forget the cup holder on the Cybex. Next, commercial equipment is likely to be more effective at doing what it's supposed to do. For example, I looked at 2 residential options for a plate-loaded adductor abductor machine, and consistently the reviews mentioned a lack of resistance throughout the entire range of motion of the exercise, similar to the lack of resistance on the Titan Fitness seated leg extension leg curl machine. Something like this is usually not an issue with most commercial grade pieces of equipment. Ultimately, some machines do work better with cables and pulleys. When it comes to buying used equipment, I personally wouldn't buy anything with a motor or anything that is electronically powered like a treadmill. When one of those pieces breaks, it just takes a high degree of technical ability to make the repair. Next, I think for most people, buying commercial grade gym equipment is overkill for most people unless there is a piece of equipment that you absolutely love from the commercial gym. For me, that was the Nautilus Pullover. If I had to pick a couple of additional commercial grade pieces that I would like in this gym, one would be the Cybex squat press and the other would be the hammer strength pull down. Also, there are some exercises that cannot, no matter how hard I've tried, be replicated in a home gym. I used my functional trainer and tried to figure out an abductor adductor hack, and nothing can replace the actual machine. However, I can replicate almost any upper body free motion machine with my functional trainer. I only recommend purchasing commercial grade gym equipment to someone who is fully invested in the home gym life. All too often, people start off with the best of intentions when they begin their home gym journey, and they purchase a rack and a barbell and maybe some adjustable dumbbells, and then they don't end up getting used because the person finds out that they don't like really working out at home, and maybe they miss the gym atmosphere, or maybe they find out that they just don't like working out at all. I, on the other hand, I know that I love the home gym life. I'm never going back to a commercial gym. I've been doing this for over 15 years, and I've had over 12 home gyms. For most people, residential grade gym equipment is going to meet their needs perfectly, and it will last them their entire lifting career, and it's at least half the price of used commercial grade gym equipment. However, if there is a machine from the commercial gym that you love, and or a machine that can't be replicated at home, I truly think used commercial gym equipment is an option worth considering through a place like Fitness Equipment Empire. Part of the reason I had not purchased from Fitness Equipment Empire is because I didn't know anyone who had any experience with them. However, from my dealings with them, I can recommend them to you. I have a somewhat recently recorded home and garage gym tour with a mini review for each piece of equipment if you want to check it out, and I have a review for the Nautilus Pullover which was featured in this video. I will link both of those videos at the end of this review. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you found this video helpful. If so, please consider liking and subscribing. You can find me on Instagram at Home Gym Hacks and Reviews. And if any of my videos or reviews have helped you, please consider using one of my affiliate links. In some cases, those links can save you some money. And remember, if your equipment lacks, I got the hacks. Take care, everyone.